Enjoy the footage from Colorado.
Yeah. That's what he was saying. I
Yeah. Oh, we just got the red cam? Oh, yeah, that they did the 4K. Yeah, they did a 4K, but they did one that's like micro 4K. Oh, that's like 900 feet.
That's the
strategy.
Yeah, it shoots. It's 900, and they have the 2Ks 2, and they're gonna have 4Ks.
And the 1K was
I was in Vegas when they released the first video footage on the web.
Yeah, I remember you.
It's like, I think I might. I like that movie. He's such a nice guy. He knows all these people too. Like the When Dallas Rocks movie. He says he knows the guy who made the movie because he lives next door to him. Yeah. And then he knows all these famous people from back in the day, like musicians and stuff. So he must have been like lived a pretty interesting life. He's really cool. He's the only one that works on my side of the building. Me and him and then normal.
What does he do?
It's weird. At this firm, they have a man whose only job is typing. So instead of me typing a document, I go, can I get you to do a motion substitute thing? And then you can't do it yourself. He just, because he's like so zapped that they trust him. So you can't type in the documents, you tell him what to type, you give him the information, and then he gives you the hard copy, and you take it to the lawyer. It's like a weird middleman. So all he does is no, he has a computer, but all he does is type. His job is to type. He's a typist. Yeah, I mean, and he's exact. Like, I guess by having one guy do it, I think they're gonna reduce the errors of all of us doing our own documents.
It looked kind of like that.
He just types all day, and he just types really talented, and he does all that.
So you have to run it.
It's really into baseball. There's all that.
It's really like I got my all give life and stuff. But the brand is and then I was like,
yeah, because he's sweet. He was like, I'm just gonna. I don't want you. He was at the GMO movie with me on Tuesday.
Are you guys still
I have no, it's something I would like.
CJ, wait for it.
Oh yeah, I do. I didn't realize he was that guy. Is it an 80s movie?
it's out $18.
Can I still see it? Is it closed?
I didn't know this was leave from retired, but I was trying to send you a video of a 360 music. Like,
Hey,
everybody loves the music. People are talking about the music so much.
Bye.
Oh yeah. People were loving the music though. They were like, I love this.
They like the artwork too.
No, they did, but they were like, every other act. It's gonna be, it's still going. Yeah, because I'm super tired. And then the food up on the second stairwell is
Yeah.
You have put together a map of problems that is choppy.
Yeah, I built a big space, and I just set everything out on a tarp, and then I kind of mapped out what I wanted to do. And I just like these kind of shapes that kind of evolved out. And then once I quickly did the shapes, but then I came back in and spent time detailing, but not thinking about the composition.
Okay.
Because the composition was only thought about when I did the first.
You did the complete.
Yeah. And then I kept them laid out so I could see where they were in relation to each other. And then,
So you kind of like the detailing is like each piece is its own piece basically. Is the detailing its own, or is it kind of still kind of I guess in sections maybe?
I think it's for everybody's it's for everybody's own good. So you know, like
Sorry, you can stand there.
but it really that's where nothing fits kind of comes together. It's how do you make something that seems to work out of something is just kind of randomly placed.
Just making me random.
Like the layout of the frames and everything was just kind of, I set them up and kind of went, yeah, it works. And then, but it's kind of been fun because I've been learning. Like this piece here was one of the last pieces, but it's like one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I really like
I really
that.
like the detail in these two, these like this little section here.
Yeah, the density is much as important as the color itself. Because if you notice, there's some pieces that have spots of density, and then there's some that don't. It's intentional just to kind of let the eye follow not only the colors and the shapes, but the level of detail.
Visually, I love this. All the bones or whatever. I really, especially on that piece.
Yeah, I like that one.
Very cool. What's
Erik. Nice to meet you. Erik?
Erik? No, good to meet you.
I'm Erik. Nice to meet you. David? Oh, what's David?
I'm Shanita.
Shanita? Nice to meet you. Yeah, do you do photography? If you have a card, I'm always interested. I do video and film, so. Why aren't you big now?
Erik and Ray was
It's been this has been one of the putting the cardboard up has been just challenging.
I like the top too.
It's like we
Because
got
like,
everything
see the detailing behind it, there's like two layers.
out.
Oh,
I like that.
so are you selling yours individually? Or is it all?
And that looks like
Yeah, like
kind of automobile or something in
you're
here.
a Glistening to make it a giant frame.
And there's like some kind of like engine or something like this, like some kind of organic engine.
Hey,
Stop turning around.
I got it.
what it is.
It's not just there.
It's attached. It might be some of that concrete from earlier. And Erik came out with that. How's it going? Good to see you. Did you,
I see that you've been playing in concrete.
He has.
I have been.
Good to see you. This has been, it was,
I enjoyed the little video.
I gotta go watch the video.
it made it look a lot easier.
No, it actually made it look really tough.
Not to where you're going to be in the next video. Just for a second. Just for a split second.
Just see how it feels.
Believe it or not, the only way we can tie in all this cardboard, there's a trim line around the top.
All stable to the trim line.
Yep, stable on the trim line, and then it's all tied together. It builds like essentially a giant cardboard box.
I assume the walls are the same as everything else here, impenetrable.
Probably.
That's the thing is, they're so worried about anybody damaging it, but the walls that you see out here aren't actual walls.
These are straight on at a 6
Years ago, they had like
The walls that now are
done
terrible.
over the original wall.
I want to see all done the way it should have been.
Yeah.
Sadly, its demise was due to the assassination.
They changed it up.
They wanted to freshen up the appearance of the old Texas theater, so they modernized it. Turned it into a modern facility. So it turned it into this kind of snowy marshmallow kind of stuff.
This is funny, like.
Wow, I didn't even notice that.